Yo, what's up YouTube? It's me, Chris, and here's another Yu-Gi-Oh! Commentary replay video. I'm on Dragonmaid and my opponent is on Virtual World. Looking at our opener, I'm pretty stoked on it because I've got 3 hand traps and I've got 2 starters. Lately I've been opening hands with 0 starters and that's just been unlucky and unhappy. So I'm going to go ahead and Ash Blossom the activation of the Kowloon, hopefully stopping his Chuche. He's going to hit me with the Called by the Grave. Always have it, right? Not too worried, though, because I still do have Maxi and I have Nibiru. So I'm going to activate the Maxi once I see the activation of whatever Virtual World creature he's using. So he opens up with the Lily. So respond with the Maxi. So I'm hopefully going to be drawing a lot of cards here. He pitches the King Long and the, I think that was Nian Nian. No, it was, yeah, it was Lulu, not Nian Nian. I draw into a Hospitality, making my next play even better. And I'm counting right now. I'm like, how many summons are you going to do? Because I am going to just draw cards and then drop the rock on this fool if he hits 5. So he goes ahead and he synchros up into the Croc. Like it, he's drawn a card. He wants to extend his turn, and I'm drawing pretty good actually right here. Now he's gonna go into the Lao Lao, special summons again, and goes into the Shen Shen, I believe. So right here is where I make the decision because I think this is 5. So I could Nibiru, which I guess I paused it so you see that I did, or I could wait till he gets True King and then hope that he activates it and I can Nibiru in response. I'm not even sure if that works correctly, but I didn't want to risk it, so I just dropped the rock on our opponent. They're going to activate the Chuche in response, which is interesting. I don't know if they actually meant to do that, but here comes the rock, and I have not been using this card, and I think this card would help me against the Phantom Knight matchup, which I have a lot of trouble with, especially when they just get Rongo Bongo turn 1. So look at all these cards in our hand. We've got so many options. I don't know what I'm going to do. We draw into the Paleo. So I'm going to pot a P here, banishing 3, and waking the dragon. Excuse me. I didn't really want that in my deck. I don't know. I think I was just feeling a little wild when I put that in there. Anyways, he activates the Chuche after I set down the Paleozoic to pop my token. Returning 2 cards back to his deck, and I'm going to go ahead and change over. Actually, it was in response to the changeover. And now I'm going to change over into yugioh. You already know. And then I'm going to Hospitality out the chamber, grabbing the downtime so I can, I don't know, I've got options on how I can deal with this Chuche. I can yugioh it, I can Paleo it, I can just bounce it, and then just bounce lock it. I was trying to go into Access Code Talker here, but I couldn't figure out how to go into Access Code Talker without losing the yugioh, and I wanted the yugioh. I wasn't going to transfer that off. So, first time ever summoning the Nightmare Phoenix, that's how I decided to deal with the Chooch, and I've got so many more options for whatever my opponent has to play. I really was in control in this matchup because I know how Virtual World works here. Activate yugioh's ability during the standby phase, pull in the Nurse, and then the Chamber. And then I think I draw a Tidying? Yeah, most likely drawing a Tidying, and I did. But since I know that in order to beat Virtual World, you need to make sure you get rid of Chuche and then deny the Lulu, I was in a pretty good position. I decided to activate the Ash Blossom on the King Long Banish, and then the Shen Shen ability activation is going to happen, and then I pop the Tidying to bounce that back to the extra deck, which I feel like pretty good plays. I'm just trying to keep my opponent from doing anything. He activates Zhan Wu. I hope I say these right, man. And I am able to keep the Shen Shen from hitting the field with the yugioh ability, tagging out into the House Dragonmaid, but he's got Regeki. In response to that, I'm just going to go ahead and pop my downtime and bounce back the chamber, and we take a Hospitality. Here, I'm going to go ahead and get that Lulu out of here. We're going to take 5,600 damage to the face, but who cares? What are life points anyways? because we know we can win this turn, right? All these cards, let's hope I don't mess it up. So we get the nurse onto the field, bringing back the kitchen, grabbing the Ernest, pitching the chamber. Then we're going to hospitality, snagging the chamber. And then I think this is the last Dragonmaid spell we have in our deck. So I grab the tidying, activate changeover from the graveyard, bouncing back the chamber, changeovering into yugioh with these two, chamber and Ernest. And I'm like, oh, we're in the house. I go ahead and link off into the Heavenly Spheres right here, with the intention of bouncing it next turn. I think I also tried to go into access code Talker there, and I couldn't. Kind of frustrating. I need to really learn that play, especially if I have any intention of playing this in paper. I kind of do like this deck, so maybe playing it in paper would be fun, even though I'm sure it runs different. So I know that they have at least one enabler here. I'm going to activate yugioh's ability to prevent the Nyan Yan from being special summoned onto the field from the graveyard. And then he shows me the Lily, and I'll activate Paleo because it's pretty crazy. If they don't have the virtual world target on the field when they activate the ability, it cancels it, keeps it stuck in their hand, and all we have to do now is bounce the token, and we're good. I think our opponent scoops it up right here because what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Look at this board. Look at this advantage. So that was a fun game. I don't know why I do so well against Plat 1 players. I think it's because everyone else below Plat 1 is trying to hit Plat 1 still. So they're thirsty, but got this guy. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye-bye.